Welcome to probably the worst car vlog you've ever seen. I want to do a little car vlog. I know I tried to do one before and it turned out really badly, so hopefully with this camera it's not going to be like that. Now, I have the BMW 325 out here and I want to go for a little spin with it, but unfortunately I need something to hold the camera down on the dashboard, so that's why I've come to the best place for that. I don't know why Kmart's the best place for that. I really don't know. I just chose it because nobody comes here and you got an empty parking lot, so I don't look like a total buffoon while trying to record a car vlog. So without further interruptions, let us begin. The radio in this car is actually pretty ass, I'll admit that. Hope the camera doesn't... I put some adhesive strips on the camera. Hopefully it stays. That's a big hope. Now I'm trying to think, where do I want to go? That's the main question at hand. It's actually gonna be really weird doing a video while I am driving, and the audio is gonna be shit. But hey, they don't call me CraptasticJack for nothing. Now, one thing I will say about this car is it is smooth as silk. I'll say that. And I love driving this car. I don't drive it often, but when I do, I have a fun time driving it because this car is just smooth, it's quick, it's not the fastest car on the block. Yes, hopefully in the future I can get a dual camera setup, like with multiple cameras and shit. And I don't want to drive too quick, I don't want to make any sharp turns or anything, because that would probably make the camera shit itself. Which is not good. Now, like I said before, I don't drive this often. I really don't. I usually drive, I drive to school every day. I drive a 06 RAV4 V6, which has more horsepower, but it's not as quick off the line, but it still has some pep to it, just like this does. And we reached the speed limit. I can't accelerate anymore. But the only reason the deciding factor when it came to deciding between this or the RAV4 to drive to school every day, I chose the RAV4 because it has an aux cord. That's the only reason. If this had an aux cord, which I can put in, I can install it somehow. I just need to. I would choose that. I would choose this over the RAV4 any day of the week. Right, we're not going to go to Allentown, which is to the left. We're going to make a right to Ballietsville because Allentown has stoplights, and I don't like stoplights that much, and it has shit drivers. Most of the people in Allentown probably drive without a license, and they all double park, which is not good. Our invention to the modern world: the right turn on red. Yes, it pains me when people don't right turn on red. It actually pains me, you know. Nice, it's a 45 here. This is what I like. Where I live, Allentown, like 5 minutes outside the city, you're in the farmland. You can get really nice roads. And okay, I take that back. The roads aren't that nice. They're pretty poor. PennDOT needs to fix their shit because these roads are actually pretty shit. This road I'm on right now is actually all right, but the highways and stuff, and the city streets as well, are pretty bad. Now, the speedometer on this is kind of odd. There's a 20, there's a 40, but there's big numbers in between, and there's small digits in between. It really confuses me. I'm not sure which is 25. I'm not sure which is 35. I'm not sure which is 40. I am sure which is 40, sorry. I'm not sure which is 25, etc., etc. I really couldn't tell you. I will say this, it is very quiet. This car is really calm, really quiet. Like, you can barely hear the engine when it goes off, but still. And hopefully, unlike the RAV4, which is the car I did the first vlog in, that was shit and I didn't upload. Hopefully, unlike that car, this one is a lot quieter. So, of course, someone always has to make a left turn here. Look at this line of cars. Is that an i8? I think that's an i8. i8 inbound? Question mark? Question mark? Question mark? Nope, that's a Camaro. I don't know how I mistake that for an i8. Okay. Finally, someone let him in. That was nice of you. Thank you, Mr. Hyundai driver, for letting him in and saving us all the trouble of sitting there doing nothing. You are now entering North Whitehall Township. Building zoning permits required. Okay. Thank you for notifying me, Mr. North Whitehall Township. Do I want to go to Myersville or do I want to go to Egypt? Egypt, that's more urban, and I have a red light to make that decision. Or do I just want to go straight towards Ballietsville? Now, that's the big question. Where I am, it's not that developed. It's more country-ish side. This is like the in-between area, in between where it's the city and the... It's not suburbs. There's too much farmland for it to be suburbs, but it's in between where it's the city and the countryside. And this is state police territory, so hopefully we don't run into any of them, because they're... okay, I'll tell you this. The way speed enforcement works in Pennsylvania is municipal cops that work for the municipality, they aren't allowed. We're the only state that doesn't allow them to use radar guns. But however, the state police, on the other hand, they are allowed to. They're the only people allowed to use radar guns. Now, I don't see them doing them often. I was on the turnpike once, and that's the only time I swear I saw a cop in Pennsylvania using the radar gun. But if you go to Jersey, which is like 20 miles from here, you'll see them all over the highways, like left and right, just shooting radar. They don't do that as much here. What they do is they have this thing called speed timing, where they set up 2 white lines in the road. This is what the municipal cops do. And they time how fast you get from one white line to the other, and that'll determine how you're speeding. However, again, if you get a speeding ticket in Pennsylvania from a municipality, you can easily take it to court and you'll win. That's the truth. Now, if it's a state trooper, however, you can still take it to court and hope they don't show up, but there's a good chance they will. If you get a speeding ticket in Pennsylvania, it's more than likely from a state trooper, because they're the only ones with radar guns. This car is just, out of all 3 cars that we own, this is probably my favorite. I want to say that, but the RAV4 is nice. The RAV4 is the aux cord. That's really the deciding factor between all of our cars. The RAV4 is the only one with the aux cord, and I need to listen to my System of a Down. I need to listen to my Skepta. I need to listen to my Grime. So I can't do that with this car or the Acura. I have to do that with the RAV4, and of course, some guy trying to walk into the road. Please don't, sir. Driving is so much fun. I'm actually going to be hopefully driving to New York City this Friday, and that's going to be an interesting experience. Well, we're going to be driving to Jersey and going on a boat over to Manhattan, but we're going to the New York City car show, and driving to New York's, it's going to be interesting. Hopefully there aren't any New Jersey state troopers, because they like to patrol 78 a lot, and I see them all the time running traffic when we're going to New York. So hopefully I can avoid that. And that's gonna be my first time actually driving outside the state. There was a really big misconception with having your junior's driver's license, where you're not allowed to drive outside the state. The only thing you're not allowed to do with a junior driver's license is have more than 2 other teenagers in the car with you, and which nobody follows, by the way. You're not allowed to drive between the hours of 11 and 5 a.m. 11 p.m. and 5 a.m. And that's pretty much all the restrictions. And then I actually can go for my unrestricted in like a couple months, in like 8-10 months, something like that. 9 months, actually. I missed the ball completely there. Entering the village of Egypt. Pennsylvania has a lot of very weird town names. From Jim Thorpe, which is up north from here. You have Egypt, you have Catasauqua, Bethlehem, Emmaus, Nazareth, just a bunch of silly town names just to start off. And I'm super happy that my camera is actually still stuck to the dash. I would have thought it would have all over the place by now. Thankfully, it has not. Thankfully, it's still with us. You know, end the vlog, the car vlog. I don't know why I turned my signals on there. There was no need for that. The road just curved. Speaking of state troopers, there is one right there. Just went past. Thankfully, he's going the opposite direction. We're actually back on the same highway I started on. And it's a dual, it's a divided highway here, so that's good. I'm very autistic when it comes to finding a position to steer. in. Like I'm either going like this, like this, like this, like this, like with my fingers like this. This is how I drive normally, or like this. It really depends what type of car I'm driving. The wheel's big like this, or if it's smaller like the RAV4s, or. But I'm gonna be ending it off here at the Sheetz. By the way, Wawa's better if you're in Pennsylvania. Just for the record, Wawa's better. I'm only stopping here so I can stop the recording. Biker gang, what the hell? Oh shit. Green arrow means go. For the record, I have to keep beating it. Wawa is better than Sheetz. That's the age-old battle between Sheetz and Wawa. And I'm gonna park up here. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you want to see more car vlogs, I'm definitely gonna do more in the future. But that's all for now. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'll see you guys in my next video. Have a good one.